Okay, we call the regular meeting of the Norwalk WPCA to order. It is Monday, October 21st at 5:30. We have a quorum present. Item number 2, are there any members of the public waiting to speak?
I didn't see anyone from the public.
No members of the public?
Nope, I did not see anyone in the waiting room from the public.
Very good. Item number 3. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes of the WPCA meeting held on September 16th, 2024? Mr. Igneri, raise his hand first. Any comments, corrections, edits, omissions? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ostafine, Bovee, Freyer, Smith, Igneri, Manella passes unanimously. Thank you. 5:31. Item number 4. Is there a motion to approve upgrading the open assistant civil engineer position to wastewater system manager in FY 24-25? WPCA operating budget is enclosed. Is there a motion? Mrs. Smith? Any presentation from staff?
Good evening, everyone. So the reason that we are asking for this change on the grade is that considering the way that the employment market is, and based on some of other applications that we've been getting for different positions, we realize that it will be better, particularly with the amount of work that we're gonna now be facing with Kelly Brook, to change this open position from assistant civil to another wastewater manager system. So the cost is very kind of minimal, and it doesn't affect anything in our rates. But we believe that it will be a much better way to really hire a new person if we go to a grade 6. So I hope you guys support that. If so, we will be willing to try to find this person soon.
Any questions from the WPCA board? Ms. Smith?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is that going to leave you short-staffed in terms of assistant civil engineer?
No, because this was a new position.
Ah,
So this, for this budget year under WPCA, we proposed 2 new positions. One was the stormwater manager and the other was the assistant civil. But now we realize that it will be better if we have another wastewater system manager. So it is the same position as Nelia.
okay, thanks.
What kind of money is it?
Sorry, Mr. Chair, can you
said-
repeat that?
You said it was a minimal increase. What kind of money are we talking about?
So we,
10,000, 20,000?
including in the backup, we reran the model with the increase in the new salary and benefits for that position. So for 24-25, we're looking at about $15,000 difference
Including the
in benefits. Yep.
Including the
So,
benefits.
yes.
yeah, so you'll see anything updated from in the financial models in red that changed from back in February when the operating budget was approved.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Mr. Freyer?
Just to reiterate, though, that is, it doesn't have any effect on the budget.
No,
Correct.
there will be no change in the budget. Our budget will be able to absorb that increase.
Anybody else? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Ostafine, Bovee, Freyer, Smith, Igneri, Manella passes unanimously. 5:35 p.m. Item number 5, authorize the Chief of Operations and Public Works to issue orders on a contract with Grasso Construction for Beacon Street curb sidewalk project, not an amount not to exceed $75,000. Is there a motion to authorize the Chief of Operations? Mr. Freyer, is there a presentation from staff?
Yes, yep. So there's a current DPW curbs and sidewalk project that's currently in progress. As part of that project, we're looking to replace portions of sanitary sewer laterals at 9 residential locations. It's 14 linear feet of sewer lateral at the 9 locations to make sure those laterals don't get compromised as part of the sidewalk work. And this is ahead of our sanitary sewer Beacon Street project, which would be roughly 1,500 linear feet of new sanitary sewer main. We're upsizing from our existing 15-inch sanitary sewer to a new 24-inch to improve the capacity and mitigate flooding.
Any questions from staff? I have one. I want to say it back to see if I understand you. You are going to work on the street curbs and sidewalk because when you put the sewer in, you're going to destroy the sidewalk and curb?
No, that's part of we're trying to prevent that. So there's currently a curbs and sidewalks project that's in progress. We're gonna replace laterals there that are, beyond their useful life. They're in poor condition at 9 residential locations, so they don't get compromised as part of the sidewalk work. And then in the spring, we're gonna go ahead and replace our sanitary sewer line on Beacon Street. As a separate project, but those sanitary sewer laterals will then be in good condition. So we'll be able to proceed with our sanitary sewer project.
How deep is the sewer?
They're not that deep, to
So-
be honest.
So the sewer laterals we anticipate are within 5 feet below
Yeah.
grade. The sewer main in the street is deeper. So that's why we're not too concerned about pitch. And when we do the main sanitary sewer work, we'll run the new pipe, the new main, and then laterals and reconnect. It's about 5 feet off the new sidewalks and curbs.
126 feet. Total.
The main was about 1,500.
Up for the new project?
The-
Yes, it's 1,500 linear feet for the new.
No, the lateral's 9 times 14. Is
Yes,
126
yes.
feet.
Yep. Plus or
Okay.
minus.
All right. Any other questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Okay, Ostafine, Bovee, Freyer, Smith, Igneri, Manella, that's unanimous. It is 5:38 PM. We are done with the business portion of the agenda. Number 6 is contract operations report.
Hi,
Who's-
how's it going?
All
So,
right, Trevor.
good to be seen.
Mhm.
So, in September, our collections team did a great job. We completed 1.23 miles of TV inspection. We cleaned 3.53 miles of sewer lines, completed 18 manhole inspections, and 3.33 miles of SL rat work. 1.79 miles of hot list cleaning was also completed. Our IPP inspection team did 32 inspections. We cleaned out the storm channel underneath building 5, which leads to outfall 002 in the month of September. We did not experience any wet weather events. And some good news, background noise. We received the draft notice from Connecticut Deep that Norwalk was ranked 5th in the state for nitrogen performance in 2023, which is very good. For regulatory, we followed all of our permit requirements for the month of September. The net DMR, MOR, ATMR, and NAR reports were submitted to Connecticut Deep as well as EPA, and bi-monthly and quarterly sludge samples were conducted. And then I do just have one quick update. We have an MRR item for the building number 2 floor rehabilitation project. We received the quotes, submitted them, selected the vendor, and we have just finished getting the vendor added to the Veolia procurement software. So we are going ahead with the work scheduled this next few weeks. So that is everything for me.
Thank you, Trevor. Thanks so much.
No problem.
We have item 7, reports. The first item is we have the fiscal year 24-25 revenues expenditures munis report. Copies of that are included if there's any questions. Item B of the facility plan update. The team is currently working on a response back to DEEP, so that is in progress. Item C, WPCA public entrance and office layout enhancements.
Chief, did you want to start that one? The WPCA public entrance and office space layout enhancement?
Sure. So with these 2 new positions that we are having, we would like to also take the opportunity to change the layout here. Also, we have been listening from some of the residents that is a little bit confusing when they come for a permit with WPCA. And there is not really a separate area for us to deal with the residents. So what we did, we're actually engaging an architect firm just to come up with a little bit of a layout to see how we have a great space here at operations, as you guys may have seen, and there is also a lot of waste space. So we're trying to just kind of come up with a layout that we think that will fit better our needs.
Thank you.
We have item D, discussion on WPC engineering projects, the Beacon Street sanitary sewer project. So we are progressing with Brown and Caldwell on that project. They're awaiting the sanitary, they're awaiting the updated survey file to do the design work for that project. Item 2, catch basin disconnect program, we're in progress, setting up a meeting with DPW to discuss that project. So we're in the process of doing that. Public relief sewer project, we just received the 90% drawings last week. We had a review meeting today with Brown and Caldwell to review the drawings. We're also looking to schedule a meeting with DPW to discuss that project. Let me know if there's any questions on any of these items. Item E, discussion on WPCA construction projects. The Keeler Brook pump station replacement. We've been working with Kovacs on the emergency work for that project. They've completed the permanent bypass connection to the force main. And we have submitted the bid documents to the contractors. And we're waiting to receive pricing. We should have that in November. Item 2.
You got a question, Naya?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, the last meeting we talked about possible getting funding from FEMA on this. Is anything more been learned on that?
Well, we are still, Mr. Freyer, I actually was at the CFO office today. We're still looking at all possibilities. Usually the way that it works, we have to hit a certain threshold from that storm in the area, so FEMA would be able to fund it. We believe that actually Keeler Brook will bring us to that threshold. So even other communities are hoping that our project will end up bringing us to that threshold. So they haven't yet established saying yes or no if we're gonna get it, but we believe we will. Also, another thing that we're trying to do is, because of our insurance, we're trying to see if we can get some reimbursement through our insurance for the bypass and for the work that was done during the time that we lost, those first 24 hours that we lost the pump station. So we're still working very closely to try to be able to get any money from it.
Yep. Yeah, so we have an open insurance request claim. And then we're also working with our insurance risk manager to purchase one diesel pump, one 8-inch diesel Godwin pump, and one 8-inch electric Godwin pump. And that way we purchase versus renting over the next potentially 2 years. So there's a cost savings for the city by owning. And then once the stations or the new station is up and running, we have those two pumps that we can dispatch and utilize in our operations at any time.
How far out are they before you get them? Because I think we also talked about the idea that going to electric is gonna be less expensive than continuing with the diesel, bring our diesel fees down a little bit.
Correct. We just got the quotes last week and we submitted it to purchasing and to insurance, so we're just working with our the insurance risk manager for the city.
Okay. So the estimate of 300,000 is still good then? We shouldn't exceed the 300,000, right?
That number, it looks good, correct,
Okay,
at least for the emergency work by Kovacs.
right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thanks. So we have the Samus and Bell Island Sewer Shed Rehab projects, that's our CAPP lining contract. We're 88% complete with that contract, so the contractor has successfully completed the majority of the lining work, which is great. We're also looking to add some additional lining to that contract that we're working on. The contractor has also now started the lateral grouting work for that project. And we have a copy included of the table that shows the summary of the work that's been completed. The next item, we have sewer use bill appeals and adjustments. Our appeal status, we're currently at 51,448. For additional, under the additional copy section, we have the nitrogen program summary sheet that's included. Trevor already gave us a summary of that, where we're fifth in the state, which is great.
And we collected almost $50,000 in nitrogen revenue or credits. So that's been received by the city.
That's all we have. If there's no questions, or there are any questions we can answer. Darren, I think you are on mute.
You are correct. What I said was, are there any questions on the agenda or not on the agenda? No. Is there a motion to adjourn? Mr. Igneri, all in favor? I won't call it off. That was unanimous. And for the record, it is 5:48 PM. We can stop recording. Thanks for showing up. See you guys on the 18th of November.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Have a
Right.
good month.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Have a good night. Thank you.